And then we have Tony Khan. Now, well, I'm not
Yeah,
sure exactly where it is. I don't have a timestamp, pardon me, but he basically announces he's going to do an Inoki show in honor of Inoki called WrestleDream, and it will probably be he'll probably hold them in Japan and cross promote it with New Japan, or if they're held in America, then
No, I thought
great.
you
It'll
said
be
it's
great. So
October
is it
1st.
just Forbidden Door? Is it just their wrestlers October 1st? Where is it being held in Japan?
Yeah, I thought Ohio,
Oh,
right?
see, so
I
that's what I
remember.
mean. Like, what Wrestle Dream? What? So it's just going to be Forbidden Door, but not Forbidden Door. I don't really get.
No,
Like,
it's for Inoki. Oh no,
Possibly
Inoki's the
increasing.
greatest streamer of all
Join
time.
Warner Brothers with ROH.
Inoki is one of the
I couldn't-
goats, but so he gets asked about women's wrestling, and I've never seen someone just psychobabble and fucking dip and dodge a question ever as hard as this. Watch this.
Good. Well, thank you. My pleasure. Great stuff. And I will do one more, and this is the last one because the great PR team wants me to go so they can go to the after party.
Awesome. Lyric Swinton, Women's Wrestling Talk. Congratulations on an awesome show tonight. One of the things that was noticeable from the All-In card that was missing was there was only one women's match. Obviously, the four-way was a callback to the original All-In. Yes. But there were some stars that were noticeably missing, like
Where's
Athena,
Jade Cargill?
Willow Nightingale,
Where's
Chris
Athena?
Statlander. Can we expect more women's matches to be on the All Out card and on future pay-per-view cards going forward?
Well, we've announced Ruby versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. We'll have to see what kind of conditions Saraya is in coming out of this match. It's a great question. A lot of the card tonight was both featuring as many of the top stars in AEW as I could get. So a lot of the biggest stars in the company were not on this show, and that's why we have big matches like Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs and obviously Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander next week. I think the pacing of the show tonight was probably the best we've ever had, the best show we've ever done. So to add more, I think would have been challenging, but also we have so many great stars across both the men's and women's division, great wrestlers. I think the card in many ways was, I tried to pace it perfectly, and I think we did pretty great. One thing
I think we did pretty great.
Note, you said it yourself, a lot of the card was paying homage to the original All-In. The four-way match, Dr. Britt Baker participated on the original All-In, and that was the key women's match on the orial show.
Okay,
and
Tony.
Madison Rain pointed that out in her commentary as well.
Oh, great. Oh, that's great.
Shout out to Madison Rain.
Dr. Britt Baker participated. I had the Golden Elite in a trios match,
What
kind of a callback to the original All-In, and definitely there were a lot of top stars, men and women, I was hoping to get on tonight's card, and there were a lot of people that wanted to be on the show, and I hope
so that's
all the top stars in, but also I want to pace the shows and be able to have great matches without having to rush through. So I was really excited about the card and also very happy for Saraya. I thought it was a great moment.
What the
and I would love to try and get some of those top stars in All Out and also next year's All In. I think you mentioned some great names, and those would be great names for the show.
They'll be great.
So that's a great question. Thank you.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
It's a great question. Thank you. It'll be great. Yeah, it's a great question. And then he starts like selling her on a match we already saw, and then talking about the Golden Elite and just dipping and ducking. What the fuck? This guy just knows how to fucking double talk out his ass. And no one fucking shits on him for this. And this is why it's funny to goof on him. And like, we love you, Tony. I love you, Tony. Because that was great too. I like that you just because it's like because the women aren't top stars. He did say it without saying it at the start, but like especially the women in AEW, there's no like I love you all. You're all great workers for the most part. And I agree. Athena, Jade Cargill, like they should be on the show. Why weren't they? Why was there a stupid, dumb four-way? Why wasn't there another four-way? The winner gets the shot of whoever wins the fucking singles between Storm and with Ruby Soho in the fucking guest referee versus Saraya tonight or whatever. They could have did a myriad of things. They could have had a women's battle royal, any fucking thing. They didn't have to have MJF and Adam Cole on the show. MJF and Adam Cole could have been. They could have won the ROH titles on TV so that people went, oh shit, they actually are tag champs together going into it. There's so many other things they could have did on this show. They could have had the coffin match on All Out, or like maybe the other way. They could have did the Stadium Stampede at All Out, or get one of those Jungle Boys bullshit could have been on All Out instead of All In. Then you could have saved time right there for another women's match. To her point, but I'm not saying, but to his point, yeah, he's like, I need all the stars I can get on there. But then, like, why would you have MJF and Adam Cole on twice? Hairline, what was your thoughts on Tony Khan's ramblings there, and your thoughts on this press conference?
That was great.
Yeah, It was great.
You really dodged that question. I don't know. He should have just said the women don't like. I needed stars, and the women aren't stars. He should have said that nicely. You know.
Damn.
Are you really that upset you didn't get a Statlander match?
No, I'm not. But of course, I'm not. But of course, that woman reporter has to ask the question on behalf of the women, and thank you for
but programmed.
Right, but okay, but shout her out for being like actually asking that question, because it is true. It's like WWE gets so much shit, bro. They feature the women in main events all the time, like literally all the fucking time. So
yeah, for sure.
So everyone wants to go, oh, AEW, blah, blah, blah. Where are the neckbeards attacking this? Now, I'm not for people attacking everything. I like that Tony shut this down, because even he's trying to cater to it by making this match a 4-way. That's him trying to cater to y'all. Oh, that's a callback to the first All In. No, it's not. Why'd you only put 4 women in a match on All In the first time? Because you could only have one women's match. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, unless you have a Charlotte, a Becky, or whatever. They had that opportunity with Britt Baker. I feel like they squandered it a bit. And part of building a star, when you want to build homegrown talent, isn't just putting them on Dynamite every week. It's making those towns, shaking those hands, kissing those babies, signing those autographs, being out there in butt fuck nowhere when it's fucking Duluth. Just kidding. Shout out Duluth. I keep bringing it up. But just being in the middle of nowhere.
Like the third time.
Yeah, and just like, you know, making the rounds, right? That is also how you build these stars and these fan bases, right? And that's where AEW, man, they don't do enough of that. But